Every time, Robert.
I love
You laugh
it.
every time. Bobby Bo said it best. Make your move, gentlemen. We have in my hands, very important postseason decisions. It is up to you. I need a Game 3 starter, Al Leiter, for Toronto. Are you, if you're John Schneider, handing the ball to Ross Stripling or Jose Barrios? Here's the details. Barrios looked damn good yesterday, allowing 1 run over 6. Stripling 4-0, a 3.24 over his last 6. Appeared in the postseason 12 times, just never started a game. What say you, Al?
Yeah, I think this is fairly easy for me. I'm going with the guy who's been the most consistent pitcher. I know he doesn't have has the strikeout stuff, if you will, of Barrios. But, I mean, the reality is that he's been pretty darn good the whole year. He's got an ERA.
Stripling.
Yeah, what'd I say?
You said Barrios.
No, I said Barrios is the strikeout arm. Stripling is not. I would take,
You're
sorry.
going Stripling, huh?
Yeah, I am. No, I gotta reward guys that have done a good job.
Yeah.
He's got a ERA right at 3 in the American League East.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna reward that. I'm sorry. I know Barrios
This
was
is tough for me. Because if I'm sitting there, managing that team or a GM of that team, I gave Barrios 7 for 131.
Yeah.
Okay. Guess what? He's
So if I put Barrios out on the mound and he doesn't do well, it's on him. But if I don't and Stripling doesn't do well, it's on me.
No, he starts game 1 of the DS because Stripling deals.
Deal.
How do you overlook a full body of work?
Barrios looked good last night.
Yeah, he did. He did. I hear you. That would be the safe play.
I think you could lose Barrios mentally if you don't give him the ball in game 3.
Why? If I'm sitting there and I got a 5 ERA and the dude next to me has got a 3 all
if
year?
the series is tied at 1-1, are you still feeling Stripling over Barrios?
I will say this, Roflo. I have not dug into every inning and every pitch as Pete Walker has looked at. So
I gotta call Pete.
Call Pete. See what Pete tells you.
Okay.
But I'm just saying, just from 35,000 feet up, I got a guy who's done a really good job for me all year, and he's got an ERA at 3.
That makes sense.
I would lean Barrios
I'd lean Barrios too.
and panic.
Okay. Are we done panic after you make it? Are we sure Kevin Gossman's cut on his hand is okay? Do we know anything about that?
Here, let me. Can I add a little?
Gotta go to Mr.
I know we got to go next, but I would add this caveat: if Stripling is a guy that could be ready to go if something goes sideways early in that
I'm
game,
sure he could. The Dodgers asked him to do.
Yeah, so maybe that would be another factor to.
Okay, what do the Mets do behind the plate? We're moving on. Don't worry about it. Just
Oh, he
Google
did
it.
a whole
I
when
remember. Yeah,
2009.
Check this out side by side because we
Award
haven't seen the production offensively that they want behind the plate. Francisco Alvarez called up last week. Al, make your move. 0 for 8, by the way, through his first 3 big league games. Does that matter to you? What's your move?
Lord, I wish. Look, this guy's really, really talented. He's going to be great. I just wish there was more time for him to get more bats to feel comfortable. With that said, I would go to my top 3 guys, and say, who do you feel comfortable with behind the plate? I have to make sure that DeGrom, Scherzer, and Bassett have a guy back behind the home plate that they really feel comfortable pitching to. That's number 1. I just wish Alvarez would have had more bats.
Yeah.
I'm staying
month
with
or
either.
so
I'm
to
staying
kinda get
with either
comfortable,
Nito
yeah.
or McCann, Lauren. If I'm worried about grabbing offense to jeopardize potential defense, if Francisco Alvarez has got to be my savior, we're in trouble.
Yes.
Nito or McCann, get
Robert?
back there, put it down, go like this.
Yeah.
I like Al's idea about
Fastball
pulling the
away.
pitchers. Robert, what do you think?
If they had, and Nays just mentioned my ear, if the Mets were concerned about offense from their catching position, they should have got Wilson Contreras. But
You son of a gun.
that's
Nays, I actually can't hear you that well in my ear. If you're going to tell me something,
he's giving me all the good nuggets.
he's talking to me. I just can't decipher it. I'm losing my
Hey,
hearing now
Robert.
too.
Yes. Yes.
It's all downhill. You were complaining earlier that one of the Astros pitchers gave up 2 runs, God forbid, right?
Yeah.
All right, Verlander, Fromber,
Yes.
Lance,
Yes.
Urquidy,
Yes.
Javier, Garcia. Am I missing
Hunter
anyone?
Hunter
Make
Brown.
your move, Hunter
gonna be
Brown.
good.
Make your move.
Make your move.
Al
All
Leiter.
Here's how it
Give
goes.
it to me, Robert.
Here's how it goes. Verlander, duh. Valdez, duh. McCullers,
Duh.
Is that a
game
duh?
3. Okay, then you put Christian Javier
In the pen?
in the pen, have him get a start should you get to the ALCS.
All right, what if you're down?
But Garcia, Urquidy, Hunter Brown, they go to the bullpen.
Hunter Brown's not going
Wait,
to, I don't think, going to make the postseason roster, to be honest with you.
Really?
Just the way it lays out. I was diving in last night on it. It's
I
like
like him in the
Maton
bullpen.
and there's a lot of weapons there, and you're going to move Garcia there. You're going to move Urquidy there.
Urquidy's already pitched that.
So you got to take one of them off if you want Hunter Brown, or you're going to run out of spots.
I got to have
Can
Hunter
you
Brown.
start
Really?
Javier in Game 4? Really?
Okay, so I was looking
Can
at
you
this, just jump in, because I went down this wormhole last night, because I like Javier as kind of like my swing guy.
Yeah.
Too.
But, S-Rod, do we have the graphic? He has been arguably the best starter. Look at what he's done against American League postseason teams. I mean, I know the Mariners grabbed a 5 ERA off him, but the Rays, Guardians, and Yankees, I mean, that's multiple innings pitched, Al. He has completely dominated them. So it's like, he would be my 4. I would have to, and move Garcia to the pen.
Is he better than McCullers? Would you move him to 3?
No, I like the way
Okay.
Lance does his beard.
Could you use
the whole
Javier
thing.
in relief in games 1 or 2, and then pitch him in Game 4?
Ooh,
I
don't like that,
I don't
Lauren.
know.
But maybe
Okay.
if he did relieve at some point.
Okay.
I like Garcia.
Astros are going to get
too.
5 days off. We're moving on. 5 days off for the Astros. 4 teams will get that this year. D-Row, you've said you've gotten into the postseason
All different
just
ways.
going strong, and then you've had all different ways, and it didn't matter to you. Make your move. What do you prefer?
Make your move,
I
bud.
want the buy. I'm over this question.
Okay.
We're making way too much of it. Yeah, you can't. No,
Sorry.
the reason I say that is you start hearing it over and over and over again. Listen, do I want 5
Buy-in.
days off of seeing a live AB? Absolutely not. But that's the way it's set up. Sim games, bring guys up from AAA, bring guys from Arizona Fall League. I don't know where you got to bring them. Just bring them and let me get in a box against them and let me keep my calibration on the heater and let's ride. But I want the R&R.
It could be a little rusty. Let's just say first couple at bats, maybe Game 1. But they can duplicate it. What D-Row just said. You got the instructional league. You have relievers who haven't pitched. Guess what? There are also some arms. When we do talk about relievers, I would say the Yankees could use a few days for their bullpen arms. You know, so that's also a welcome sight. It's easier, Lauren, for pitchers to get their work because you're just getting your pitches in. I think it's harder for your hitters to get game speed, their eye to game speed.
That seems fair.
Okay. I leave you with this because McCovey Dave, we all know who he is. He flew into Texas. He purchased a seat in the outfield, and he said if he catches home run number 62 from Aaron Judge, he said he'll give it back to him only if Aaron signs with the Giants. If you're Aaron Judge, make your move. You want the baseball back?
Is this a
Make
real
your
Want to be a
move,
Giant?
Is this a real
Make
thing
your move, bud.
we're talking about?
No, it's not. Just have fun with it. Go.
You got to have fun with it, Robert.
Come on.
That's silly.
McCovey Dave is
When
kind
did you become so
of worn
serious?
out as welcome.
I mean, here's why I'm. I'd rather talk about this from McCovey Dave. This right here.
Look at this.
Watch this.
How do you do this?
Whoa, what a
What a
bad
scam.
guy.
I'm waiting for a juvenile great white to tip you over and take you out. I'm telling you. How do you do that?
I don't like it.
Or just go over and tip it yourself.
And I know the Giants have money, and what an amazing organization. I was blessed to be a part of that for 2 years. Just great fan base every night. I can't see Aaron leaving the Yankees. I just can't.
I couldn't
know
see
money
Freddie Freeman
talks.
leaving the Braves
I
either.
got it, but
Yeah.
Touche.
what are they going to give him?
Who?
Judge. Is it going to start with a 3?
They'll give him Modesto. That's what they're going to give him.
Visalia.
And a winery. Would you like Bakersfield, Aaron Judge?
That'd be interesting.